Yeah, man. What's new, sir?
Bless up every day. Again, it's nice to be here. It was nice to see you last night. Nice to hear last night.
Here we are.
Man,
my Dr. John Board was wild last night. You think me gone, though?
Yeah.
You never gone. Me I care about, man.
Wonderful time, a wonderful
Yeah,
time.
man. Dr. can sing it.
For those persons who missed it, they missed something last night.
Yeah.
Really missed something last
You're not supposed to mix tonight also because the doctor will be singing also. There.
Yeah, so if you missed last night,
you can't miss tonight. You can't miss tonight, eh?
And last night was the first I've ever performed.
The man have flex with me, so the man have to start to do something, you know.
Yes, man.
Sing it up.
Have to get out there and get the message out there.
Yeah, right. So what's new with that? What we're going to talk about today?
Well, today we're going to be talking about kidney, and we're going to be talking about kidney stones. And we're going to talk about kidney, look who just come to the office.
Yeah, oh, the boss.
The boss.
The general.
You need to talk to me, man.
Yeah, man. I need to talk to you after the show, though. To get back his number. It was right down for me. He gave me that, I forgot it.
Yeah, man.
But we are live also on the internet on our YouTube channel. So this is the second show that we're doing on our YouTube channel. So we want to welcome all those persons who are tuning in live right now via YouTube. And if you're trying to find us on YouTube channel, just type in 876herbs.com. Once you type 876herbs.com on YouTube, then you will find our channel. Hit the subscribe button, and right away you'll see exactly what we are doing. Alright, so today we want to talk about the kidney and we want to talk about kidney stones. But before we do so, I have to just share with you what are some of the upcoming events and activities taking place for us right now. So right now, you've heard me talk about it over and over again that your medicine is actually your food. You know, that herbs is really designed to kickstart the body to get it in the right direction. And especially those persons who are diabetic would have heard me talking about the importance of food and the importance of eating alkaline foods. Well, right now, for next month, we have a huge treat. For next month, we have one of our chefs who will be coming here to Port Antonio for a weekend. That's a weekend of, I believe, what's it?
August.
May.
In May?
Weekend the 23rd. The Thursday the 23rd, that's work day. Labour's Day.
Labor Day.
Yeah, for the Labour's Day weekend. So being 23rd is going to be a Thursday, so the Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday of May, we're going to be having a 3-day seminar, and he will be coming and teaching persons how to eat totally alkaline. And that is foods that is free from starch. Alkaline foods are those foods that the Creator made. There are some foods that are made by man, and those foods are toxic and harmful to the body. And the chef Taff and myself are students of Dr. Sedi, and he runs a phenomenal restaurant. When I'm there in Montego Bay, that's where I eat, and I know numerous persons. Listen to me heavily. I know numerous persons who are diabetic. I know numerous persons who have so many diseases that have started eating from his restaurant without taking any form of medicine, and their sickness has been reversed. Their sickness has been reversed just by eating
The food.
the type of food that he prepares. So some persons may know about some of the foods, some of the grains we're going to talk about. And what they do, what he does is basically teach persons to cook what we call alkaline grains. So if you've heard about quinoa and teff and wild rice and all of those grains that are all natural, well, you will hear about more about those grains, but you'll also hear how to prepare them and how to combine them. So for the week of the 23rd to the 24th, the 25th, or the 26th of May, he'll be here in Port Antonio at our office, at our retreat center there in Portland at Jamaica Crest Resort. So if persons come, then they can participate. So if there's anybody with diabetes, if there's anybody with any type of ailment, you have to be at this 3-day event coming up, and Tef will be showing persons how to prepare all those foods so that they can take care of themselves. For more information, just go over to our website. But if you go to our website, the information is not up as yet because everything has not been finalized. But if you you can just WhatsApp us and we can give you information. And also, finally, in terms of announcement, we have our Herb Walk 2019. That's August 2019, August 1 to 7, 7 days of teaching persons how to identify herbs in the wild, how to combine herbs to make medicine, and so much more. I'm not gonna share with you. I can tell you that we have persons from as far as Canada coming. We have persons from the Bahamas that are coming. I'm telling you, there are some things that we are going to be teaching that we are not making known public, because we see what they do to persons in the health and wellness industry who try to open the eyes of persons. So we are not going to make it known publicly all of what I will be sharing with persons, but I promise you it is going to be a life-changing event. One of the things I can tell you is that depending on the package that you choose, because there's about 3 different packages that you can choose from. Depending on the package that you choose, we're going to be giving persons their free colloidal silver machine. And some person may not even know what is a colloidal silver machine, but let's know the value of it.
Yes.
And that would take an entire show. And once we're getting closer to the event, I'm going to take one show to talk about colloidal silver and the benefits of colloidal silver. But what you can do, you can go ahead and Google colloidal silver to find out more about colloidal silver. But some great stuff happening at our new location here in Jamaica Crest. So today I want to spend some time talking to persons about the kidney stones and what are kidney stones. And I'm talking about kidney stones because I realized that since I've been here in the parish of Portland and St. Thomas, maybe 70 to 75% of the persons that I see heavy D have issues with their kidney. 70 to 75% of the persons that I see on a regular basis have issues with their kidney. And one of the ways in which it manifests itself is in swelling in the legs, edema. A lot of persons that come to us have issues of swelling in the leg, and then once we start to work with them and check them out, we realize that they also have kidney cysts and kidney stones. And so I wanted to take the time today to look at what are kidney stones and what causes kidney stones. And for those persons who only know about conventional therapy, and that being surgery, I have good news, because there are natural products. We have natural products that can help persons to dissolve their kidney stone. Talking about herbs, world-renowned herbs grown wild here in Jamaica that can help persons to dissolve their kidney stones and to get rid of so many issues relating to the kidney. All right? So, first of all, there are different types of stones. So there are calcium stones, and this is maybe the most common type of kidney stone that exists. And these kidney stones are formed from what we call calcium oxalates. And these are natural substances that occur in foods. Very important. These are natural substances that occur in foods. So that's the first type of kidney stones that exist. So when most persons say that they have a kidney stone heavy D, more than 9 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, most of the time, there are going to be kidney stones that are formed from calcium oxalates. The second type of kidney stone that we have is cystine stones. And these are stones that form from a mineral called cysturia. And it's not so common. As a matter of fact, kidney stones formed from cysturia is mostly genetically derived. So most of those persons would have been coming from a family that are affected by cysturia. So it's genetically linked. Then there is what we call struvite stones, and these are stones that causes infection. And they can quickly become large, and women are more at risk due to higher incidence of urinary tract infections. So that's the third type of kidney stones. and then there are uric acid stones formed from, of course, uric acid. And as we know, uric acid is a waste. It's a byproduct that the body is supposed to excrete in the urine. And this brings us to why kidney stones are so common.
Because of that belief you ask, you know
why kidney stones are so common here in Portland and so common here in St. Thomas. When I began seeing a lot of these persons, I was wondering, because I've worked all around Jamaica, and I see, you know, when we hear about people have Bigfoot in St. Miriam, Bigfoot in Portland, and Bigfoot in St. Thomas, most people associate those Bigfoot to Obeah. But I can now say, let your fears be allayed. It's not due to Obeah. Most of the Bigfoot that we're seeing is due to the amount of meat that Portlanders, that people eat in this side of the island. We have to understand that this side of the island is famous for jerk. And now that I'm here nearly, because I'm from Montego Bay and I've been around Jamaica. When you travel around Jamaica, most of the time when you stop on the roadside to buy food, you would buy maybe some rice and some peas and some chicken or something like that. But here in Portland, when you stop,
have to be a jerk, sir.
What you get is a quarter pound of meat or a quarter chicken. And if you had the appetite like you want, it would be half a chicken.
With ease.
With ease. Now, when you look at the amount of spice that is added to the chicken itself, chicken is complex protein, and complex protein, once you eat complex protein, the body produces a lot of uric acid. Coupled with that is the seasoning and the salt that goes into preparing the jerk. So that makes eating jerk chicken, and that makes persons who eat a lot of jerk chicken maybe 4 times more prone to developing kidney stones and kidney related issues.
But Doc, is it the jerk or is it the seasoning?
Both. The chicken itself and the seasoning that goes into the chicken.
So, but we were taught that preparation is the key, and if you're going to put something over the stove, you understand, like the grilled thing, wouldn't it be better to eat more than to fry something in some oil or something?
Yes, it would be better to jerk it, but we have to remember that with the amount of uric acid that quarter chicken produce, plus the amount of uric acid that the seasoning would produce, and coupled with the amount of times that persons would be eating jerk, would cause persons to develop kidney related issues. So they would have kidney related issues would include gout, which is the foot being full with the lymphatic system not working properly. And so because what happens is that uric acid as a waste naturally should be excreted through the urinary tract system. However, if more is being produced than is being eliminated, what the body will have to do is that the body will have to find a way to store that additional uric acid. And so the body stores additional uric acid in muscles and joints. And so if you take uric acid and if you look under it under a microscope, right, uric acid is a salt. And so all salts are crystals. And so all crystals are sharp. So once the uric acid settles within the sheath of muscles or settles in the joint, when there is any type of movement, because remember that the muscles exist as sheath, once there is movement, those little crystals, it's going to produce a needle-like effect. A needle-like effect. But as I said, I have great news, because here in Portland and here in St. Thomas, I found we have a herb that works exceedingly well in terms of getting that uric acid out and in terms of getting that kidney stones out. So we have a product called Kidney Tonic. We have a product that we have formulated using a particular herb that I'm going to share with you because we've done a video on it. It's a herb called Chanca Piedra. In Spanish that translates as stonebreaker, and it grows wild here in St. Thomas. And so we have formulated a a tea using Chanca Piedra, as well as a number of other key ingredients, including Mimosa pudica and some other herbs that will not only help persons to eliminate kidney stones, because there are a number of herbs out there in Heavy D. There are a number of herbs out there that can get rid of kidney stones. A lot of persons may use even the cousin to Chanca Piedra, which is the Mimosa pudica or the Shema Maca, the Shema lady, as some would call it. The challenge with that is that if a person have a stone and the stone is too large, that person may face the risk of passing out the stone, but the stones may slice the urethra and cause urinary tract infection. So remember, no herb should be taken without medical advice.
Because that is one of the problems.
Yeah, no herb, no natural remedy should be taken without seeking medical advice from suitably qualified persons. And I need to get a disclaimer in before we run the show, because we want persons to understand that we're not here to let people diagnose themselves.
Yes.
It is not your responsibility to diagnose yourself. You still need to go to your medical doctor.
Right,
you still need to be diagnosed by your medical doctor. And once you're diagnosed by your medical doctor, then you also need to discuss with them, very importantly. If you are going to be using natural remedy, you need to discuss it with your medical doctor so that they can guide you, and so that any medication that you're taking,
yes,
even if
whether it can work or
right, and some persons will go to qualified naturopaths or qualified herbalists. You need to take whatever medication that you are on, and you need to also always share whatever medication that you are on, so that the proper more suitable herb or the most suitable natural remedy can be used, because some remedies can be conflicting.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright? So if it is that you have kidney stones, and how do you know that you have kidney stones? You may be having a sharp pain in your back. So if you're listening to this presentation right now and you're feeling sharp pains in your back, then chances are you may have kidney stones, and you need to get it sorted out. If you're having frequent urination, it's also a sign that you may have kidney stones, and it needs to be taken care of. If you're having burning when you urinate, if you're having, as I said, pain or pressure in the lower back or abdomen, if you're having cloudy, dark, bloody, or a strange smelling urine. Sometimes you may pass your urine and you find that your urine is cloudy. And also, persons who are diabetic may have those symptoms. So you have to, not any one of these qualify, but maybe any 4 or 5 of what I'm sharing with you. If you're feeling tired or shaky, if you're having frequent fevers or chills, which is a sign that the infection may have reached your kidney. Any 3 of these may be an indication that you're having urinary tract infection, or you may be having kidney stones. And so you need to get that out. So the natural, based on Western medicine, there are prescription drugs that the medical doctor will give you to dissolve the stone and to pass it out. And in some instances, they may also recommend surgery. Alright, but Mother Nature has provided us with a plant called Chanca Piedra. And I need to share some of the common names. Some persons know it as Chamba Bitter. Some persons may know it as Stonebreaker. But that is one of the key herbs. As I said, when you learn about herbs, you shouldn't just run to take a herb and take it just like that. Sometimes herbs have to be combined with other herbs. But in any case, herbs have to be properly prepared, from selecting the herb to processing the herb, which is drying the herb, to combining the herb, to the dosages of the herb. All of those are proper procedures that must be followed. Again, from selecting the herb, and in some cases, in identifying the herb, because some persons may even choose the wrong herb. So from identifying the herb, selecting the herb, processing the herb, which includes drying the herb, combining the herbs, and of course, dosages. Alright? So all of those are very important as it relates to receiving the results that you want to receive. But what I can say to you is that we have successfully combined the Stonebreaker with a number of other herbs to produce a formulation that we call kidney tonic. That we have used, that kidney tonic has also herbs in it that help with any type of urinary tract infection that the person may have. So if the person is passing out stones, I want to get rid of stones, then that formulation has to also deal with any type of urinary tract infection the person may develop. And that formulation also helps with getting rid of the uric acid that settles in the muscles and settles in the joint to cause those pain. Alright, so of course we have that herb at our office. For persons who are listening, who are online, they can go to our website at hallelujahlifestyle.com and you can search and you can order it and we can get it out to you wherever in the world that you are.
Or the number for the office now.
Alright, the number for the office is 876-831-9084.
No, 96.
831-9697. That's right, 831-9697. And there's somebody waiting right now to take your call or to take your WhatsApp message. Remember, if you're calling and you're not getting through, send a WhatsApp message because the phone can only take one call at a time.
Yeah.
So if it is that you want to make sure that your message goes through, I guarantee you that WhatsApp is the best way to go. So that's actually our WhatsApp hotline. So if right now you're trying to get through, you're not getting through, 831-9697, then please send a WhatsApp message and you'll be sure that the message comes into us.
Yeah, the May the 23rd back again.
So May, not the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th. That's okay. After the 23rd, which is Labor Day. Okay. We are going to be having our totally alkaline food class. It's a food class where we are going to teaching persons to prepare foods that literally reverse disease. Let me give you some background. The philosophy that these preparation of these foods are based on comes from a well-known Caribbean man by the name of Dr. Sebi. Just by putting people on these types of food, he has successfully reversed cancer, HIV, every known disease possible. And one of the things that is significant about this food is that these are foods that agree with our genetic makeup. What we have found is that people of African origin, black people, let me use that term, black people are made different. Black people are genetically different from every single person on the face of the earth. Now, this is not to preach racism. This is not to preach any type of superiority or inferiority. But what I'm saying is that it has been proven that genetically we are different from every other race. And so because we are different, we have to eat different from any other race. It is also one of the reasons why every known disease common to man, you can research it, cancer, diabetes, arthritis, every known disease common to man is highest among black people than any other people on the face of the earth. And that is because our genetic makeup is different, but the food that we are eating is not designed to complement our genetic makeup. And so because it's not designed to complement our genetic makeup, then it is the reason why so many ailments and in the levels it exists among our people. So this class is to get persons to understand what types of food complement our genetic makeup and how to prepare those foods. I can tell you that it is one of the best classes that you can ever come I'm telling you that I don't know of anywhere else in Jamaica where you can go and get a class like this. Taff is a very good friend of mine, and I've been asking him now for nearly a year to do the class. But you know, the time was just now. So he's willing to come. As I said, you can call the number or leave a message on the with the receptionist 831-9697. She wouldn't have all the details as yet, but once you call about the class, then I will get back to you and furnish you with the information that you need.
So it go. We are going to a roll call now. I remember the herb walk.
Herb walk, August 1 to 7. So that's in the Independence weekend.
Yeah.
It's for 7 days. If you're abroad, just come home. If you are a Jamaican living abroad, choose to come home in this August. Spend 1 week.
Or if you are a tourist.
Or if you're a tourist, come for 1 week. We're going to be providing accommodation.
Everything.
And I'm going to try to get tough. So for persons who may not be able to come for this retreat, for this training for the food, I'm going to try and get tough here for that week. Yeah. So that while you're coming, we're going to try and see if we can add the component of doing another class during that same period so that persons can get.
Or 844-6531. Music Audio Station